Most especially, I hated men. And these things happen due to accumulation of emotions, feelings, experiences. I felt unloved. I felt unsatisfied. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie. So today I'll be talking about a very vital topic, very crucial to every one of us. It has affected everybody in one way or the other, and it's healing. So what is healing? Healing is an experience of an inner sense of well-being, harmony, balance, and peace. Healing is a process. So it's a process through which the harmony between the body, the mind, and the spirit is restored. When do you need healing? That's a question. Before now, I used to think that healing is restricted to just the physical being. When you have an injury. So I used to think that healing just has to do with having an injury or a wound, and then you need it to heal up. Or when you're sick in the body, and then you need to take medications to get healed. So I used to think that was all that had to do with healing. I didn't know there was a place of inner healing, emotional healing. So I'm not here today to talk about healing, the physical healing. I want to talk about healing emotionally, psychologically, and how it affects our inner self, our inner child. Now, when do you need healing? I'll be using myself as a case study because I'm a victim of emotional baggage, past trauma, hurt, and all of these things. And I didn't know. For a very long time, I suffered from several hurts, several traumas. And I thought I was fine. I thought it was just me. I only observed that I was detaching myself from people. I became prone to getting aggressive very easily. So any little thing would just get me annoyed, get me angry. I'll just be angry at people. I don't want to be around people. I just want to be by myself. So while all this was taking place, I thought, this is just me being who I am. I'm an introvert. At some point, I even turned it that, I think I'm extremely introverted. So I thought I was just being an introvert. It was nothing. But it was actually deeper than that. So I felt unloved. I felt unsatisfied. I felt rejected. I felt hurt. I felt broken. I felt lonely. And all this feeling began to build up, and they grew into my emotions, into myself, into my person. They ate deep into me and affected my whole being. They affected my person. I didn't even know who I was anymore. At some point, I can't even count how many times I went to the mirror and then I was like, how do a person laugh? Like, how do people laugh? How do they even do that thing? Or is it like this? Like, it was so hard to laugh. I lost my joy. I lost my peace. I lost my sense of humor. I lost myself. I grew into depression slowly. So now I just want you to see that healing is beyond the physical part, the physical aspect where you think you need to run to the hospital to get medication, or you need to see a medical doctor or any physician at all. Healing is deeper than that. And God is so much interested in every aspect of your life. He's so much interested in you, not just your spiritual life, not just you praying to Him, not just you asking Him for requests, but God is also interested in your feelings, in your emotions, because these things would affect your fellowship and communication between you and him. So he's very much interested in anything that will affect you. He said we are the apple of his eyes. And imagine when your eyes are affected, it will definitely affect your whole body. So that's how we are to God. And guess what? I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know there was anything wrong with me. I thought I was perfectly fine. I thought I was okay. I thought I was just being an introvert. In fact, then I hadn't even realized that, okay, there are different temperaments. All I knew was I'm just an introvert. So when I go out in the public and then I'm not talking, I'm just reserved, I'm just quiet, I will never utter a word. And then someone walks up to me and it's like, "Hi, how are you? Why are you so quiet? Why don't you talk?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm an introvert. I'm extremely introverted." And I found it as a normal thing. I found it very cool. I found it as just me being me, but it was a lie. What are the signs that you need healing? If you're like me, I never thought there was anything wrong. I thought I was fine, like I said. But what are the signs that you need healing? Anxiety, depression, fear, irritability, compulsion, detachment, guilt. So whenever you start to experience these feelings, these things that I've just mentioned, you should know that there's something wrong. These things don't just happen coincidentally or all of a sudden. They are triggers to it. So, and these things happen due to accumulation of emotions, feelings, experiences, bad ones, negative ones. You just realize that you are losing interest in people. You don't want to be around people anymore. You just want to be by yourself. You don't want to talk to anyone. You prefer your company. Everybody irritates you. Everything anyone says irritates you. You are better off when you're alone. And you know what? You don't need to be idle in this kind of situation, but that's what you prefer because you think that's the best for you. And then by the time you detach yourself from people, you get drawn to yourself. Depression sets in, and depression is one of the hardest demon to deal with. Yes, I called it a demon. It's a demon because depression could make you want to take your own life. Like me, I got suicidal at some point. Yes, you heard me. I got suicidal. So these emotions grew within me, and I hated people. Most especially, I hated men. I hated everything. I was not enjoying my life. I was just managing it. Like I said, I found it very hard to even laugh. I didn't know how to laugh. I didn't even think I was beautiful. I thought I was just inadequate. I was just not enough. I was just not perfect. I was not just good. And if you're listening to me and you're like this, then yes, you're in the right place. You need this. You need to know deeper about what I'm talking about. So, once depression sets in, or just like me, depression actually set in, and it grew from stage to stage. It grew from just the mild stage, it got bad, it got worse, and it became chronic. But guess what? Nobody was aware. Everybody thought I was fine because once I step out, I put on the camouflage and I pretend that okay, I'm fine. I fake the smile. I just try to please everyone and make sure everybody's fine. So nobody knew that there was something going wrong with me. It was just me. The only thing you could see, but it will take a very sensitive person to actually know that okay, this is a pointer to the fact that this girl is not okay. She's not herself. Was the fact that I would cry at any little thing. If someone says, "Hey, you come here," I could start to cry. If I get reprimanded, I'll cry. If I'm told, "Go away, leave me," I'll cry. Everything, I became very sensitive to everything, everyone around me. In fact, movies would make me cry, both the relevant and the irrelevant ones. And I even cry at nothing. I mean, I could just sit and then I'm bored and I could start crying. Now, this is not ordinary. This happened due to accumulation of feelings and emotions, experiences. I was carrying baggage that were heavier than me, and this load became too much in my heart, and they even caused me pain, physical pain. I developed injury. Yes, I developed wound. Now it led to severe and diverse health conditions. I developed ulcer. Ulcer is also emotionally induced. I developed ulcer. So mine was not just eating. So when the first time I fainted and then I was rushed to the hospital and then they diagnosed me of ulcer. So everybody were like, "Oh, you don't eat. Why are you not eating?" And guess what? I love to cook. I'm always in the kitchen. I'm a chef. So why would I not be eating? So I know that yes, I don't eat that much, but I eat for at least normally I actually eat. But that was not the cause of that sickness. It was emotion that grew and caused me pain until it led to ulcer, and this ulcer grew for years. I had suffered ulcer for over 8-9 years and became really chronic, and at some point I almost gave up, but thank God for God. God kept me. So that was not all. I would fall ill very frequently than normal. It was more like I was a seeker. So anywhere I go to, my family is concerned, my loved ones are concerned. The question I get from people is, "Oh, are you fine? I hope you've not fallen ill." So it became a very random question. And then whenever I said to anybody, "Oh, I'm sick," or "something is wrong with me," it was so normal. They were very used to hearing it. This was not normal. It was all due to accumulated pain, baggage, emotional baggage, and trauma I was going through. And when it became too much, I got tired of life. I just wanted to leave. I didn't want to exist anymore. And I became suicidal. I attempted taking my life several occasions, but it wasn't just working. I told God I was tired. Just take my life. I don't want to do anymore. I'm tired. I want to go. But he never responded. You know what? The problem was each time I attempted taking my life, I didn't even have the energy to die. Like, no, I wasn't ready. I didn't even have the energy to die, but I wanted to die. And then I was scared that if I take my life, I'll end up in hell. Oh, 2-0. There's no win. And so I didn't end up taking my life, but I attempted. I was really suicidal. Just that somehow I was still reasoning. Even during that period, I could still think. I just want to leave a message for you today, because this healing is a series, it's an ongoing series. It's not going to end today, it's ongoing. So there will be more episodes. But I want to leave you with something today, and it's a scripture in the book of Psalms 34, verse 15 and 18. And it says, God keeps 15 says, God keeps an eye on his friends. His ears pick up every moan and groan. I'm reading from the Message translation. God keeps an eye on his friends, and his ears pick every moan and groan. Do you know what that means? First of all, the relationship you share with a friend, and then when a friend is so much into you and after you that when you cough, they run. Are you okay? Are you fine? When you sigh, they run to you. Are you okay? Are you fine? They are always after your well-being. They are always after how you feel. So he's like, he keeps his eye on his friends. His ear speaks every moan and groan. So in the midst of this time, God was there. He was watching over me. He kept on protecting me. He literally made me lose the energy I needed, motivation I needed to die, and strength, because he knew that he would have me do a lot for him in this life, and I can't go now. 18 says, if your heart is broken, you'll find God right there. Yes. So you see, this part was what I experienced. I became more closer to God during this period because I left everyone and everyone left me because people weren't understanding me anymore. I didn't have friends and I lost the ones I had. So I was alone, I was all to myself. And then this is God saying, if your heart is broken, you'll find God right there in your broken state. So that was when I got closer to God. That was when I began to hear God. That was when He began to talk to me, even if I was very stubborn, but God drew really closer to me, even though He had always been there, just that I did not acknowledge His presence and I didn't know that He was there, but He had always been there. If you are kicked in the guts, He will help you catch your breath. God is so amazing and He loves you so much more than you even think. The pain you're going through now, He's going through that same pain with you, and He feels so sad that you have to go through the pain. So this is the knowledge I want to leave you with today as we continue in our next episode. And guess what? We'll be having a guest. Join us this week Saturday on this same channel as you get to find out who the guest is. If you have any question, kindly leave it in the comment section and please like and share this video. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified when I upload new videos. Thank you. Do have a great day.